Hello everybody. Welcome to my unboxing video for JDJ Nutrition. Do you like my cool shirt? It's awesome. Okay, so I got my protein today, and some other things. Let's see what's inside. So I'm really excited, and especially because I'm hungry. So the thing about protein we have to remember is it is an unregulated industry. So that means there is no governing body making sure we're getting clean, appropriate things in the foods we're eating, which is kind of why every Joe Schmo and their dog starts a supplement company, right? Okay, well, we need to be careful in this world where, yeah, we know protein can be super helpful because it stabilizes blood sugar. We know that every cell in our body is going to turn over at some point, and so we have to be giving ourselves the fuel in order to resynthesize those. So I'm struggling getting this box open. Okay, here we go. Be smarter than the box. Ugh, cool. So we know we need protein. Now, protein powder is not necessary for everyone. I don't want any of you guys to think that everyone is supposed to be taking protein. The thing that I take it for, number one, it is super convenient. So in those times where you're busy, you're on the go, you have to make these things happen, protein powder is just easier. Secondly, it allows me to make baked things yummy and still balanced to meet the appropriate balance of macronutrients that I need. So it allows me to have more creativity in the foods I'm eating. So for those two reasons, as well as, of course, helping resynthesize after killer workouts. Oh my gosh, speaking of killer workout. Woo! We got this, guys. We got this. Yeah. So I have tried so many proteins over the years. And I don't do gritty. Oh no, I just spilled my water. That was supposed to come in handy for when I make the protein shake, but now it's all over the ground, so it's fine. Oh my gosh, he gave me a t-shirt. That's cool. All right, new t-shirt. Ooh, look at the hot pink colors. I love it. Love, 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 love. It looks like it's a little bit looser down here, which I like. I like when things aren't like super fitted. I love this one. This is how the Power Your Body tanks are, that are the Body Buddies tanks. So then we have, let's take a look here. We have our glutamine powder. So glutamine is, this is an amino acid. This is the most abundant amino acid in our muscles. So this is going to be super important. I do 5 grams pre-workout, and then I do 5 grams again later in the day, just helping keep that in the bloodstream. So whenever my body is resynthesizing muscle that's been broken down and it's looking for those amino acids, it's going to have something to pull from. Here's another cool thing about glutamine. It helps like elderly people. This will help prevent the breakdown, the muscle atrophy as we age, which we know when our muscles start to atrophy, then we're at more risk for falling and breaking things. It's just going to kind of improve the longevity a little bit more. So glutamine also helps restore good gut flora. So there's a lot of benefits. The glutamine is not just for aesthetics chasers. Everyone, in my opinion, should be doing at least 5 grams of this per day. So I'm going to fill this up because we're going to fill this up with the different stuff really quick here. Okay, now I use warm water because I love warm water with my protein. So now here's the thing, there is glutamine in protein powder, but my glutamine is in addition to what's in my protein. So a lot of people are like, well, Christy, shouldn't I just subtract how many grams? You know, like if my protein, for instance, this protein, is there any glutamine in it? No, which is actually a good sign, because here's the thing. Amino acid spiking is a tactic that protein companies will use so that they can state there's more protein content than there actually is. And so if you're seeing a lot of like anything that ends in INE, like, well, glutamine, L-tyrosine, carnitine, all of those are all amino acids. And yeah, so if you're seeing a lot of those in the protein you're buying, then that's a problem. So also, here's what I love about JDJ Nutrition. They have this little label, GMP. This is good manufacturing practice. So a lot of companies don't earn that label because they're not necessarily preparing things. They're not going and paying the extra fees to have things looked at to ensure that they are manufacturing everything in a suitable manner. So this is Source 10. I love, love, love Source 10. There's 10 different protein blends in it, and I like it because it's more time released. When you're having different types of protein, there's going to be some that digest quickly, there's going to be some that digest moderate, and then some that are slower digesting. So everything from, let's see, we got whey protein concentrate, milk protein, whey protein, casein, egg, calcium caseinate, there we go, caseinate, I don't even know how to say that one. Whey protein hydrolysate, hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, sodium caseinate, glutamine. Oh, there is glutamine in there. There we go. So here's the thing is, oh, and he actually put some branched chain amino acids in this, which is awesome. So time released, here's the fact about whey protein powder. Now I love whey, and JDJ Nutrition does make a whey protein. It's going to be a little less I don't want to say less expensive. I don't even think this is expensive. Honestly, if you do the research, it's really not expensive. But it will be a lower price, and that's because you're getting one type of protein. Now, there's nothing wrong with whey protein, right? And I tell people to get whey protein a lot, especially on a little bit of a tighter budget, as long as they don't have milk sensitivities or whey sensitivities, which if you're getting an upset stomach, then you need to be doing this. People with even celiac disease, lactose intolerance, they have all been fine on this, and JDJ Nutrition will actually refund you if you have an allergy or a problem. Just send the product back. So don't stress about that. I actually have a degree of lactose intolerance, and this works beautifully with my stomach. So where was I going with the time release? Okay, so in the studies, if you really start researching protein digestion and such, you'll see studies where they test whey protein, and basically your digestive tract, the part that's actually pulling things into the system to be used, it only can pull so many grams out in any given duration of time. Now I can't remember the specifics, but something around like within an hour, your body can only digest about 30 grams of protein. So that's why all these dudes that are eating, huge steaks and stuff, it's like, great, your body can only pull out so much protein at any time. So whey protein, you're not necessarily guaranteed to absorb all of those grams of protein from drinking it. And in fact, I remember when I learned this fact and read some of these studies and was talking with some of my colleagues about this, they're like, yeah, honestly, the ideal way to drink a whey protein shake is slowly over the duration of an hour, so your body has time to absorb all of the protein grams and all those molecules, get the amino acids it needs. So guess what? You beat the system by having a time-released protein blend. Source 10 totally beats that, so you can chug this, and the types of protein will uncoil. I mean, all protein does to get down to amino acids, I like to explain it when I do lectures as Lego towers. Think of all these little Legos, you've built them up into a cool tower, okay? So that's protein. Well, what happens is we eat protein, right? And then it goes into the body, and then it deconstructs and it goes back into its individual amino acid blocks. Okay, those are amino acids, and your body is going to pull those and utilize those. Those are your building blocks to construct hair, skin, nails, cells of every type, muscles. That's why protein doesn't automatically equal muscles. Hello, if only. Like, you got to work and break that down and refuel, and there's so many variables. But it's all about cell resynthesis. That's what it comes down to. And so as we look at types of protein, that's the degree that those towers break down and the speed at which they break down. Different types of protein will break down quicker than others. That's why you'll hear gym shop talk about like isolates or hydrolyzed protein, because they've already in the factory processed that protein, that Lego tower. They've already broken it down somewhat into its little Legos, so your body will quickly be able to absorb it. That's the difference of all these different types of protein and such. And I know it's a very confusing market, but I'm just making it simple for you by telling you about some really awesome products that I love, I've researched, I've been through the whole gamut of trying to find stuff. So anyway, you can get JDJ Nutrition products at a discount code. Just use BODBUDS, BODBUDS, if you want to save 15%. Now, I love both the vanilla and the chocolate. If you're someone that likes the variety, well, there we go. Then you can get a vanilla, and then you can just add some dark baking powder or cocoa powder to it. Okay, this is how I kind of do it. Oh, don't judge. Oh my. So I usually get just both a vanilla and a chocolate, though. I have a chocolate already. Now, it's not gritty. It mixes very well. In fact, I'm going to show you how well it mixes. And Kim, I'm so awesome that this is good info. I mean, it's so helpful to dissect, you know, all the parts. Now, here's the fun. If you guys have ever bought protein powder before, it's just natural that the scooper kind of falls down in there. In fact, I've seen some hilarious memes about, like, people go like, yes, scooper on top, you know, because it's the way that the gravity and such, it just goes in there. So anyway, I'm just going to take a scoop here. So this is anywhere from 8 to 10 ounces. Like I told you, I like the taste of warm. I do warm protein shakes, warm water. Now there's a difference between warm water and hot water, because I will sometimes, I'll have clients that'll like go get like a coffee and it's like scalding hot, and then they put the protein in it and it'll curdle, especially if there's any form of milk protein in there, it's going to curdle. So you got to watch out for that. But if you do it with warm, then it works very, very, very well. So sometimes, like if you're a Starbucks junkie, let's just use that for an example, instead of getting all your pumpkin lattes this holiday season, I would love for you to get your almond milk. And yes, it is still sweetened, and I'd prefer you to unsweetened, but let's just, you know, we're trying to optimize and do a little better. So go and get the almond milk and get a steamer, get a teeny little shot of pumpkin in there. Again, a little sugar, but it's better than the whole fat and creams that's coming in your latte. Let it cool down a little bit, have a little Ziploc baggie of your protein powder, vanilla, and then you can add that in and have a protein pumpkin shake on the go while you're running all of your errands. Game changer? Totally. So I'm going to mix this up. Make sure you hit both biceps, right? Okay, and that's all the shaking it needs. I'm going to show you how fine this is. Oh, that mixes so well. Can you see this without me spilling? Okay, you can't. But look at that. Okay, like a champ. Like a champ. This is actually the new prototype for blender bottles. I've been loving it. I've been testing it out. I like it. I like this grip especially. Probably my only complaint is I don't like this little guy. It gets in my way a lot. I feel like it's awkward, but that's how canteens are. Oh, that's delicious. I don't know why I'm addicted to the warm water thing. Like it's so comforting, and particularly as we head into the winter months, that's just something that just tastes and feels so good and wonderful. In fact, night times, like when I usually want a treat, I'll just get a protein shake in warm water. You could add a little dash of cinnamon. You could add a little extract of you could do mint. You could try a bunch. There's so many extracts out there. Just do a little bloop, and all of a sudden you've got a game changer protein shake. I've done pumpkin pie spice before in mine. You know, add just a little dollop of plain Greek yogurt, and you've made something a little more frothy. You could add some berries. You could add some spinach, some kale. You could really take a protein shake any direction you want. Now, I traditionally am always in such a rush that this is me in protein. But there are people that love their big, pour their fruits in, and no more than half a cup. We want to keep that fructose content under control. But if you're eating more predominantly fats, we could add some coconut oil. We could add some 100% natural peanut or almond butter. We could add handfuls again of spinach and kale. And one thing is, if your greens start to go bad, put them in the freezer. That's a perfect way to use your almost wilted, nasty greens that you would throw away. Freeze them. You can use them in your shakes and blend that baby up. So lots of interesting info. I hope it's been helpful. I love this JDJ Nutrition's taste and everything, and it's super convenient, especially, shipping, they're like the fastest shippers I've ever seen in my life. So I hope all this info on protein has been helpful. Hi, Danielle. I see you just joined and I'm just finishing. Oh, so you can go back and watch it from the beginning. But all right, guys, well, that's it. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. And thanks to JDJ Nutrition for sending me all of this. I'm super excited. Like I said, I've already done glutamine this morning, but I will be. Let me just show you what glutamine looks like. And in fact, so my morning, okay, one more thing. My morning glutamine, I will actually put in a water bottle and drink on my way to the gym in the morning with my pre-workout stack, which my pre-workout stack is very simple. It's just a few amino acids. I don't buy a pre-mixed concoction. JDJ makes a really good one, but I personally just like, I only need a few things. And I know how to build my own stack, so I do. Anyhow, this is glutamine powder. Can you see? It's just white powder. So my afternoon, so let's see how many grams are in this. 5 grams, 1 scoop. Yay, that makes it easy. So I'm just gonna go like this. You guys are gonna laugh. I show my clients this sometimes, but I am a person of efficiency, and sometimes this is just the way you do it, okay? Come on. Done. I can feel my gut flora building. I can feel my muscles resynthesizing and everything working well in my body. Just kidding. No, I can't. But I know because of the studies that it works, and I trust that by doing these small daily habits and tasks of powering the body to be its best self, that I am empowering myself for a longer life of more energy, more quality. And that to me is what it's about. We make it less about, oh, so you look a certain way. That only goes so far. I think changing the body's aesthetics and the way we look is a natural byproduct to enjoy. But if it's the impetus for behavioral changes, you're gonna end up stopping. So you've got to figure out in your mind how to change the mechanism, the stimulation of behavioral changes. It's got to come from a place of, I want to empower myself so I have more energy, so I'm more fun to be around. So I feel confident I can go out and serve people. I can live a life of service and love and value. That's what it's about to me. That's why I'm always saying power your body so you can power your life. It's not the end of the road. It's actually the start of the road. You guys are wonderful. I got to clean up all this water that I let spill. Power your body, 1 meal, 1 workout, 1 day at a time.